wasted on a ship of fools. Take my hand, just remember, you don't have to surrender to the ocean and the sea.
A team of National Guardsmen rappelling from the sky, airdropping coronavirus test kits. Congress passing more than an $8 billion emergency relief measure.
4 passengers on a previous cruise on this very ship tested positive for coronavirus. One of them died.
Well, in case you've been living under a rock, you probably suspected that the cruise ship industry is in crisis mode right now. And indeed they are. And just the other night, RV Crazy, he gives me a phone call and he says, guess what? I'm going on a cruise on the 27th of March on Celebrity Cruises, and he's paying $2, $1 per person for a 2-day cruise. So he's going to take 2 of them and go on a 4-day cruise, all for $4 per person. Unbelievable. All for just $4. Can you believe it, folks? That's how bad the cruise ship industry is getting. I'll get to talking about that a little bit later, but in the meantime, we have another cruise ship that is stuck off the coast of California, the Grand Princess.
It's kind of a little bit disturbing being out here in the open seas, just, barely pushing along. We're just going in circles. And not knowing how long we're going to be out here.
The Grand Princess is stuck and can't go to port because there's about 35 people sick. I know out of the 3,500 people on board, about 1,100 are crew, and out of the rest of the passengers, 245 are Canadian. I can only assume that the majority of the rest of them are American, and I'm sure they want to get off that damn ship. Because Princess Cruises has really screwed up with the original little quarantine debacle in Japan, where they had 10 people sick, and then all of a sudden, they had hundreds of people sick. So they messed up. They should have gone to somewhere else. They should have figured out a way of getting these people off, but they didn't. And so, along with the airline industry, they are struggling. So I'm going to be suspecting some deep discounts. And I'm watching how the cruise ship industry is handling this crisis. I see they've sent out their president to meet people. She's wearing a mask. She's, meeting and greeting. And I've seen all sorts of spin doctoring on their YouTube channel with their head of medicine for the cruise ship, doing all sorts of yapping to try and dispel any fears. And on their actual tour video of the Diamond Princess, they've even suspended comments. So they're starting to censor what people can say about them, but I doubt they're going to be able to censor me on my video to talk about the industry. And I'm not against the cruise ship industry. I have cruised with Holland America and with Norwegian Cruise Lines. I do like cruising, and I'm not particularly scared or paranoid about this scenario that's playing out with the coronavirus. But I think, prices have kind of increased a lot in the cruise ship industry. So this is going to be good for consumers in the end, because I think we're going to see a lot of great bargains. The Alaska cruise ship season is about to begin, with lots of ships leaving from my hometown here of Vancouver and Seattle and other points on the west coast heading north to Alaska. And there's going to be a lot of cancellations. There'll be a lot of booking availability, and who knows, if the price is right and the timing is right, I'll definitely jump on one of those cruises if it works for me. So what do you guys think about this? Are you willing to jump in and book? Are you going to wait for more of the dust to settle? And what do you think about these $1 per person cruises? Let's talk about that. Yeah, RV Crazy, he's married to a Navy officer lady. So these cruises are being offered to current military personnel, and obviously it's a good PR gesture. I wouldn't be surprised if they do some offers like that to emergency response service workers, paramedics, police, the like. So I would keep my eye out for special promos like that and take a chance. Do a lot of hand washing while on board, and maybe have a few more meals in your room rather than in the big dining hall, and perhaps wear a mask if you have to. Of course, those masks protect other people. they don't protect you. That's the funny thing about the mask usage. I was actually just at Vancouver Airport the other day and dropping somebody off to go on a vacation in Mexico. And I saw only a few people wearing masks, which is interesting because Vancouver is a major gateway for flights coming in from Asia. But I did notice the travel board of arrivals and departures going to Asia were very diminished. Normally there is a lot more capacity going to many cities, especially in China and Japan. And right now that industry is hurting. But like I said, I am not paranoid about these things, and I've traveled to many places around the world right after a crisis, and I've got nothing but a cheap deal and a safe trip. That's just me. I'm a little bit more intrepid, and I'm less prone to hysteria. So put your comments down below what you think about that. And what do you think about the cruise ship industry and their spin doctoring? I know they got a right to try to spin anything to try to save their industry. But, you know, censoring comments and going a little overboard on some aspects of their PR could backfire quite easily. I've seen PR stunts with corporations backfire in the past if it's not handled correctly. Put your comments down below. Stay safe out there. Keep your wheels on the ground. And I'll talk to you soon. Over and out.